When can I finally quit my job and go all in on my business? I hear that question all the time. And if you spent any time online researching, you've probably heard advice like, just bet on yourself or, make the leap, the motivational stuff. Here's the problem. Quitting your job too early, well, it doesn't make you brave. It usually just makes your new full-time business, more fragile. So, today, I want to help you reset how to think about this decision, not emotionally and definitely not motivationally, but like a level-headed, real business owner. I'm Matt. I've spent over 25 years building companies as a serial entrepreneur and helping small business owners navigate challenges and avoid costly mistakes. This channel is about answering the question business owners actually have, using real-world, practical experience. Let me know how I can help. Before we get into the numbers, income, and all that stuff, let's get something straight. Quitting your job is not a reward for working hard, and it's not a motivational milestone. Oh, and it's not proof that you just believe in yourself. I know it may not be sexy, but quitting your job is basically a risk transfer. You're transferring risk from an employer to your business. And the only question that matters is whether your business is ready to carry that risk. So the side hustle is really rocking, and you're thinking about quitting your real job and go all in on yourself. Well, before you do, here's the 6 things you need to consider. 1, your business must replace your income consistently. Let's start with the income your business generates right now, because, this is where most people get tripped up. Before you quit your job, your business should be replacing most or all of your take-home pay, and it needs to do that consistently. You know what I'm saying. We're not looking for a good month or a big client, no lucky break. What you're looking for here is boring, repeatable income over several months. The more boring and predictable, the better. And if losing one client would put your business into a tailspin, you're absolutely not ready yet. Another mistake I see all the time is focusing on gross revenue instead of what you actually keep, the net. So let's say you did $10,000 in revenue last month. Sounds great, right? That's until your supplies and expenses, taxes, maybe reinvestment all take a big bite out of it. So before you quit, your income shouldn't just look good. It should feel boring and predictable and replaceable. So if your small business income still depends on hope instead of history, it's not time yet. This is where most people get burned. Ideally, you should have at least 6 months of personal living expenses saved before you quit. Your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, groceries, that kind of stuff. And it should go without saying, but this money needs to be separate from your business accounts. Your business money runs your business. Your personal runway protects you. When people quit without a runway, every slow week feels like a crisis. They start to make bad decisions. Maybe they underprice. They say yes to bad clients. They avoid reinvesting because they're scared. Self-employment income is volatile by nature. We all know that. Even good businesses have uneven months from time to time. But this runway gives you emotional space. It lets you make decisions calmly instead of in a panic. And a personal financial runway, while it doesn't guarantee business success, not having it almost always guarantees bad decisions. Next, you need to look at how repeatable your business actually is. Do you know where your leads consistently come from? Do you have a clear understanding of what turns shoppers into customers? Do your suppliers have the capacity to handle more demand? And do you have a busy season and then a few slow ones? If you stopped working for a week, would the business completely stall out? If any of those questions make you uncomfortable, quitting your job won't magically fix them. It'll just make them appear louder. And this is also where systems start to matter. Even the simple ones, pricing and onboarding and delivery. Part of having a real business is having the systems in place to keep generating sales month after boring month. A lot of people quit their job because they believe more time will solve their business problems. But time only helps if you already know what you should be working on. More time doesn't fix unclear pricing or weak demand. If you're already maxed out, turning work away, and you know exactly where more time would go, well, that's a different story. But if things feel a little chaotic and unclear right now, quitting your job usually just gives you more hours to feel stressed. My first real company was in the mobile entertainment space, and I made the majority of my money on nights and weekends. Makes sense, right? So adding more weekday time would not increase revenue, except it did help me get time to do marketing and outreach and operations, and that led to busier nights and weekends. So be realistic about how much more income can be generated by adding 20 or 30 or 40 more hours per week into your business. Because if it won't make a big difference quickly, maybe we need to rethink the decision to quit. The good news is this doesn't have to be an all or nothing decision. Some of the smartest transitions I've seen look a lot less dramatic. That might mean, reducing your hours at work, using your PTO or holidays, or maybe a leave of absence. You want to get strategic about it and get an extra few days per month to just work your business. Hey, maybe it's time to hire part-time help. The idea here is to find ways to have more time to work your side hustle without losing your main source of income and causing more stress. There's one more thing people almost always forget when they're doing this math, and that's what their job is quietly paying for. Health insurance, retirement contributions, payroll taxes, PTO, sick days. And don't discount the importance of daily interaction with other people. Self-employment can be isolating. You have no coworkers, you have no built-in structure, you have no one telling you what done looks like or just patting you on the back and telling you you did a good job. Some people can thrive in that, but others, it can be a struggle. And there's no shame in it either. When you quit, you don't just replace a salary, you replace an entire compensation package. This decision isn't just financial, it's emotional and social and mental too. Obviously, everyone's situation is different, and there's a lot to consider. We have risk tolerance, we have, responsibilities around your house, what your long-term goals are. All of that matters too, and only you can speak to that. I'm just focusing on the business realities. So ask yourself this honestly. Are you trying to quit your job because your business is ready or you're just burned out? Quitting shouldn't feel like a big leap of faith. Honestly, it should feel boring, obvious, and kind of overdue. Instead, if the idea of quitting fills you with panic, that's your instincts telling you to slow down and think. Instead of asking, when can I quit my job? Ask what needs to be in place to make this the next obvious step. That turns quitting into a decision, not a reaction. Thanks for tuning in. If this was helpful, you can like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Or hey, send me an email. I may use it in a future episode. Now, take a breath. You've got this. All right, what's next?